All right, well, good morning, everybody who's joining us today. My name is Carin, and Shelby is joining me as well. We are both from Noble Credit Union. Noble Credit Union has been around almost 80 years now, serving the Central Valley. And so we are very thankful for the partnership that we have with Bitwise Industries and that they invited us to talk today about the subject of savings. So don't worry, we're going to make it as interactive and fun as possible. You will not be listening to me the whole time. Shelby has some great virtual resources to show you on her screen. So feel free to ask questions throughout the presentation as well. Keep this engaging. Now, when Bitwise asked us to speak on the subject of savings, we realized that's such a broad term and it means so many different things to everybody. We're all in different stages of life, right? We're graduating college, we have families, we are thinking about, should we start thinking about retiring right now? Should I start investing? Should I set up an emergency fund? All of us are in different stages of life, but savings is important no matter what stage of life we're in, right? So when we were thinking about what we wanted to talk about, and knowing that everybody is in a different stage of life, we realized that we actually have a great resource available through our website at the credit union that really relates to everybody where they are. Whether you're a child, maybe you're a parent that wants to teach their child about savings. Maybe you have teenagers that have never been taught how to balance their account, what a debit card is, interest rates, all this stuff. This platform that we're going to show you can cover all that when it comes to teenagers and what they should know. And of course, those of us who are adults and again are in those stages of life where we want a resource, this virtual resource that we're going to show you can meet you where you are with virtual coaches, different calculators. And a lot of times when we are looking for answers for our finances, we're having to dig through so many different websites. Okay, should I be investing? Let me go to this website. What is an emergency fund? Let me go to this website. Well, this platform that Shelby is going to show you has all of that in one place. It doesn't cost anything. So we thought, let's just cover that. Given that we only have 45 minutes, this is the best way to help you where you are. So I'm going to hand it off to Shelby in just a moment, but just know that at the end, if we have time, we will provide a Q&A for Shelby and I. You can ask any questions that you'd like, or feel free to chat throughout Shelby's presentation. If we don't have time and we're just too excited and we just are going through the platform with you and we run out of time, just know that we will provide you with our contact information to contact us directly, and we'd be happy to help you one-on-one. So I'm going to hand it off to Shelby and have her show you this exciting platform that is hopefully a great resource for you.
All right. Thank you so much, Carin.
Yeah.
Carin is the Business Development Officer at the credit union. And so she works with a lot of businesses in the community. I am the Marketing Department Supervisor. So I work with just all of the marketing in general for the credit union. So the one thing that, Carin was explaining to you guys, and you're going to have to excuse me, I'm a little hyper on my breakfast chocolate chip cookies. So if I start to talk too fast, feel free. You guys have the chat box open. Go ahead and open it up on your screen. If you have a question, type it in. Carin will be responding while I'm talking. I can respond while Carin's talking. If I go too fast or anything like that, let me know, because I'm high on breakfast cookies right now. So be sure to keep checking on me. What we're wanting to make sure that you guys know and understand, because like Carin said, there are so many different points in life that any one of us can be at any time. And the one most important thing that you all need to know is that the trick to savings success is knowledge. It's knowing and understanding what's out there, what's important to you in your situation, because not everybody is going to need to be doing the same type of things and the same information. And being able to take that information and then use what's important to you and discard what's not. The trick is being able to find all the information. So I'm going to start with a little bit of a background, just a little history here. You know, we've been in this situation, Carin and I, and so many people, in having to really change up our circumstances. Right now, with quarantine happening, so many people have had to all of a sudden live off of a savings that maybe they didn't think they were ever going to have to do that, or maybe they didn't have savings. And they are now at a point where they needed one and they needed something to live off of. People are really realizing right now that savings is important. So as far as a little background, I know, you know, Carin at one time was really working on paying off all of her debt. They had cars, they had credit card debt, and she went through some programs and really worked hard to pay all that debt off. For me personally, my struggle wasn't with debt, but when my husband and I were married in the early years, he started out his career. We got married in college, and we started our careers immediately out of college. We graduated. I started teaching. I was an elementary school teacher. He started his job as an accountant. He was making $42,000 a year. I was making 37. It was just the two of us. We bought a house. And 1 year after all of that happened, my husband comes to me and he says, "Hey, I don't like accounting. It's boring. I would like a whole new career." What? Like, are you kidding? And so he completely changed career paths at that point in our lives where we had this established path happening. And what ended up happening was he started a new career, and it was kind of in law enforcement, and there was a job move involved with that. So we went from 2 careers to having to move out of state, and going from the income we had before to just his income only, because I literally had a baby the month we moved to the new state for his job. My sister moved there to help me. And so we were living on $32,000 a year with 4 people, 3 of them and a baby, 3 of us and a baby. Sometimes life throws you a curveball. It just does. I think absolutely everybody on the planet is understanding that information right now. We're living a giant curveball right now. And so sometimes it takes those big moments to make you realize what you need to be doing and what works for you. So some of the things we're going to be reviewing here, and I'm going to do some screen sharing here with you. We have a program called Bonsai. And Bonsai is in our website, and it just has a lot of information about everything that you may have questions on financially related. So Carin mentioned things about CDs. Do all of you know what a CD is? Do you know what CD even stands for? Do you know why you would want a CD, or why anybody would want a CD? Some of you may know what a CD is, but you don't understand why someone would want to lock up big chunks of their money in a CD and not have that money available to withdraw without penalty. That doesn't quite make sense to you. There are other savings topics that you may not know and understand. I know me personally, when this Bonsai program first came out and I was going through it, I work at a bank. I work in a financial institution. We do HSAs. HSA stands for Health Savings Account. I have never in my life understood what an HSA is for and why it would matter, and why I'd have to put my money somewhere else to pay my medical bills when I could just use my debit card or whatever to pay medical bills. So when Bonsai came, I was able to go through some of the information in Bonsai and actually have an understanding of what it was, why it would be important to me. And then I could make the decision at that time as to whether this was going to be something useful to me or not. It's your choice. You can use any information you want, but you need to make sure you have the right information. So I am going to switch on over, and we are going to go into, I'm going to share my screen with you. This, my friends, is Bonsai. Here, I'm going to move some of my screens over. So if you guys want to write this down, right here is the location for it. You can also go to our website, just noblecu.com. And there's a window on there that says click here to go to Bonsai. You can do that as well, or you can write this down. And Carin, maybe you want to type it in there, noblecu.learnbonsai.com/wellness. And this is the home page. So this home page it has a little bit of everything. It talks a little bit about all the different things that Bonsai can provide to you. So we're going to get a little more kind of specific, but you can just see there's lots of different topics. There's calculators. This is an article. There's articles. There are coaches, which are actually really interesting. That's how I was able to get a much better understanding of an HSA and an FSA. It's really made to just work super well for easy understanding. It's not, this program does not talk to you like you're a college student. It talks to you like a regular human being, like you're having a conversation and just needing to know information. So we're going to go on a walk. So up here on the top, I'm going to give you a little information as to how some of the easiest ways to find the information you want to know. Up here we have courses, explore, topics, and then we have the search. So we're going to skip courses for now, and we're going to go over here to explore. Explore has the different areas of Bonsai. So if we click here on collections, and I'm just going to show you collections super quick, it goes by topic. So you can look at each of these, like teaching kids finances. If you want to know more about teaching kids finances, if you click here, it'll take you to a section that has all of the information available for teaching kids finances. It has the calculators, it has articles teaching kids about money, what are savings accounts, a 50-30-20 rule. And so I'm gonna back up and let you see what some of these topics are. Health insurance. Some of you may be starting new jobs or careers where all of a sudden you're going to have the opportunity to get health insurance. There's a lot involved with health insurance, you guys. It can be stressful, and just because there's so much information involved. So health insurance, you might need information that will help you to decide what you're going to be doing for your new job for health insurance. Managing debt, basic savings, all of these things are available to you to be able to go directly to the topic you want. Right here, the next one is articles. So if you want to look at information about home equity loans, look right here, or how to buy a home. What is it? A lot of people may be buying their first home, and buying a home is complicated. There's a lot to it sometimes, but it's really fun. It's a really great and exciting experience, and a lot of people really look forward to that event in their lives, but they maybe don't know everything involved with it. So here's an article about buying a home, and I can click on this article and it'll take me into it. And for one, the article is below, but for another, each one of these little headers here is something that's going to be available to you within this article that you can use and play with and help gain more understanding with. So I'm just going to scroll this very slowly, just so you can kind of see the type of information in it. What the cost of buying a home is. Can you afford a mortgage? And then this has practical information. Maybe you know about what you want to spend and you have a guesstimate of how much that is monthly. You can put in the information here, and then you can advance through this whole kind of coach of letting it know what your situation is. And then it comes back with a recommendation for you, suggestions as to maybe how you can improve your situation. What mortgage requirements are. This is really important information, especially in the beginning when you're signing loan documents. If you want to know, so this is a coach. So a coach is going to be different from a calculator. A coach is kind of a fun way. It's like an app. It's kind of like doing an app to go through and learn about something new. I clicked on this one so you can kind of see. These work great on a cell phone, by the way. Bonsai is completely made mobile first. So by all means, get on your cell phone and just go to town on it when you're hanging out, waiting for an appointment or something like that. Take the time to look through these. Welcome to the coach. Hey, you're interested in buying a home. In this session, you'll find out how much of a mortgage you can afford based off of your unique situation. And so you can just advance through it. It gives you tips throughout. Hey, just because you qualify for a certain mortgage loan doesn't mean it's wise to borrow that amount of money. This is important information to have. You can often get approved for more than probably what's reasonable to spend. Establishing an ideal monthly payment is a good way. You know, I can go through this step by step. We're not going to go through this whole thing. But I'm going to move us forward a little bit to where it actually takes your personal information. So what's your income every month after taxes? Month, I don't know, like let's say $3,000. Throw an amount out there. That's good. Let's go over expenses. So then it gives you options. It's kind of like a, you know, an opportunity to choose how you want to make this happen. You can go through the process, or hey, I just want to know what my recommended monthly payment is based on that dollar amount. So they're like, sure. They rush you through it. They're explaining what number they're giving you and why they want to give it to you. And they're saying that a monthly payment of $750 would be reasonable. So anyways, this is a coach. There's so much more to it. It can be really fun. There's a ton of coaches, and we're gonna go there next. But just know that this was, you know, sitting right there inside of mortgage. Another tool you can use. This is just one giant toolbox, and it's helping to engage you. Next step in the mortgage information. Which mortgage is right for you? And then you can pick and read and learn what these mortgages are. This is a money saving opportunity for you, because the right mortgage is going to save you a lot of money in your life, and doing it the right way is going to really save you money. If you're unsure of a mortgage, here it starts talking about renting versus buying. I'm just going through this one pretty thoroughly just to give you an idea. Maybe this, you know, this specific topic isn't, you know, specifically savings related. It can affect, though, how much you're able to save in your life. And I just wanted you guys to be able to see that there's a lot of content here. There's a lot of information for you to be able to take this knowledge and apply it in whatever way works for you. This is helping you know, these are good reasons to rent. Here are good reasons to buy, and here's why. So that's the mortgage one. So that's kind of how the articles work. These are all different articles. I'm going to scroll kind of slowly through it just to kind of whet your guys' appetite so you can see what's in there. I mean, this is interesting. How to boost your local economy, teaching children about money. No matter what stage you're at in your life, one of these articles is going to apply to you, probably more of them. And some of them, you've probably been looking for information or wondering how something works already. And so you're able to kind of find that here. Identity theft is a very popular topic. You know, people are wanting to know how to avoid that, what to do if it happens to them. Money market accounts. People don't always understand what a money market account is or why it would be important to them. Some of you may have student loans. There's a whole student loan section in here. There's also small business information, retirement, taxes, the cost of college, loans, refinancing loans. I'm kind of showing you all the variety of articles here, just so you know that there is likely something here that will be of interest to you. I thought this one was interesting. To-dos for leaving a job. And the cool thing about these is you can look and you can see how long it's going to take you to read it. 2 minutes to read this article. That's not much time out of your day. Like everybody has 2 minutes. Some of them are going to be longer, some of them be short. Managing debt, right here. That's a very popular one. Debt sneaks up on us, and it sometimes gets a little bit, tricky trying to get out from under it. And so maybe you can get ahead of it. Preparing for a baby, cybersecurity, how to stay secure when everything we're doing now is on the internet. Here you guys are. Illness related topics. I mean, as you guys can see, there's a lot here. I mean, there's a lot. Things I would have never even thought about. I've worked in financial institutions since I was 18. I'm not going to tell you how many years that is, but it's a long time. And there are still topics in here that I don't entirely understand and that I've gone through and I've watched for myself because they haven't been important to me. I haven't needed to use them. I haven't needed to explain them to someone else. But I'm getting to a point in my life. I have teenagers in college. There are things that I need to know. And so I've been really happy with Bonsai and the ability to kind of learn from them. I'm going to see if there's anything coming up on chat. I'm going to flip over to Carin here real quick, or I'm going to unpin myself.
Shelby, I just thought maybe you could show them the importance of compound interest and why it's important to start saving now.
Yes.
Like you're saying, even though we've been in the financial institutions, I've been almost 19 years too, Shelby. And to know how saving for retirement in your 20s by starting then, as opposed to starting in your 30s or 40s, putting the same amount away each month, the drastic amount of interest that you're earning by saving just a few years earlier.
Yep, absolutely. Let's go over to that. That was going to come up. So also in calculators, I kind of wanted to get into some of the retirement and actual savings over in these calculators, because these calculators are really going to help you out with that. And I'm going to pull up what Carin was just talking about, compound interest. Not compound interest, but saving early versus saving later. So this is a chart about the difference between where you start saving in your life and how much you save and the difference it makes. So how much difference does a Head Start make? This here is Einstein. We all know Einstein's pretty smart. Einstein starts saving when he is 25 years old. He makes a $1,000 deposit. He deposits $1,200 annually at a 5% return. This is Blippi. Blippi is a robot. He's adorable. And he's okay. He's pretty smart too, except for Blippi waited a little bit longer in life. Blippi started saving when he was 35, but he has a $1,000 initial deposit, same as Einstein. He is saving $1,200 a year, same as Einstein. 5% return, same as Einstein. I'm going to enlarge this. So if you look at this chart, Einstein started 10 years earlier. In the end, when all of their savings is done, off of the same initial $1,000, the grand total here is $70,900 for our little friend here, Einstein. Whereas Blippi only has the 42. If I scroll down, sorry. Einstein earned way more, but they literally contributed the same amount of money. They made the same deposits for the same amount of time, and look at how much more one of them made because he started 10 years earlier. It wasn't just like double, it was over double the amount.
Hey, Shelby, I think your screen froze. We're not able to see your screen. It's just showing the calculator page.
Not showing this? Okay. Hold on.
Maybe try,
Do-
it's frozen on our end.
Okay. Do you see me now?
So
Here we go. Going in one more time. Ready?
hang on, let's see. Oh, yep,
That
I
it?
see it now. Yep.
Okay.
Is everybody else okay?
Yeah, are we there now? Sorry, guys. I didn't know it was
That was
there.
weird. Okay, thanks, Shelby.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so anyways, here are the two little guys I was just talking about, and they're much cuter than what I described verbally, and you could not see. But Einstein's orange, Blippi's blue. Started 10 years earlier and started 10 years later. So in the end, Einstein contributed $12,000 more than Blippi. And I'm going to actually bring up, there's actually one more graphic here. If you look at this one, this kind of simplifies it a little, and let me enlarge it for you. Here's the gist of what that said. Started at 25, started at 35 years old. Deposited same amounts. When Einstein, in this instance, Einstein only contributed for 10 years and he stopped. So from 25 to 35 years old, he deposited $1,200 a year. Blippi contributes for 25 years, $1,200 a year.
Shelby,
So,
I think it's frozen again.
are you serious?
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not going between screens. Okay.
Was it Murphy's Law we were talking about this morning?
What was it we said?
Murphy's Law we were talking about this morning.
Yeah, when we
Is it frozen for anybody else? Again, a little bit. Maybe try refreshing again. Oh,
yeah, I'm just going to go in and out of the screen share again. Right.
okay.
Back to the one that I want.
Your computer's working too hard.
Is that it?
Yes, I can see it now.
Sorry. Here we go.
Okay.
This guy only saved for 10 years. This guy saved for 25. So he only saved 12,000. He saved 30,000, but with interest, this guy made 43 total. This guy made 29 because he started saving 10 years earlier. So if you start to save sooner, you're going to earn a lot more, is the gist of this. And we can, we can put this up at the end, or if you guys want to take like a screenshot of that, because it's a pretty good representation of what starting earlier means. What I'm going to do though, is I'm going to go to a live action version of this, which is in Bonsai itself. Go back to Bonsai. And I'm going in and out and back to Bonsai. Okay, is everybody good? Can everybody see that? Hopefully we're on the calculators now. So we've done Explore, we did articles, we did collections, we did articles. We're on calculators now. And this is the calculators page. There's a lot of different calculators, and they are super fun because they are interactive, and they really can help you learn a lot of interesting things. So for instance, let's go to the retirement calculator. So you get to plug in whatever information you want here. So this is saying annual pre-tax income, $50,000. So that works, $50,000. This is saying, this is an estimate, so you can change all this. So let's say like my annual pre-tax income, like for my whole family is whatever, like $90,000. We already have, let's say I'm a little older, just a little bit older. So I've got maybe $80,000 already saved. Okay. Your retirement goal, you want to be able to live on, this is an estimate, a suggestion, 75% of what you're currently making now. You should be able to pay your bills once you retire. if you have enough money to cover 75% of what you're living on now. This can be changed. Some people may want to increase it because they want to do big things. They want to travel, they want to build a mansion when they retire, they want to buy a gold mine, I don't know, anything. Some people may do less because they feel like they can live on less. It's totally fine. I'm going to leave it at 75,000. I'm going to leave this interest rate here. This is monthly savings here. So this is how much I'm going to put in every month of my income, my monthly income. So right now, I probably do about 8% maybe. But this one starts with, a lot of people can't do that. So let's say most people can kind of do like 4. If they're really strapped, if they're living paycheck to paycheck, 4 would be a stretch. Rate of return is the interest rate that you're earning on your retirement. So if I put in all these calculations, you can adjust any of them. We're going to leave it at this 4. We're going to leave it at this current age, 30 years. 30 years old. What this chart is saying, you can now look at each individual year of your life. And this tells you how much savings you need to have to make it to that year and how long your savings is going to make it. If I stick with this plan, if I save this amount every month and I'm earning this amount, my retirement money will last until about 91. And then I run out of money. So that's great if I was actually 30 years old, but I'm not. So I'm going to maybe adjust the slider a little bit just to show you guys where I might actually be. Okay, we'll leave it there. Okay, let's be honest. Let's be honest. We're all friends here. 45. So in looking at what I've currently got, if this was my actual financial situation, I've got a problem. I'm basically going to have to off myself at 73 years old because I cannot afford to survive. Now, maybe this isn't my exact financial situation. I am able to save a little more each month. So we try to save about 8% each month. You know, one should always do like matching with their 401ks and things like that. Our current savings is maybe a little more than that because we have retirement funds, and I've 45 years old. I've been working for a few years and have been putting away in retirement. So let's just say it's at like, I don't know, 250, whatever, 250,000. And we got and then the rate of return. So let's adjust that a little bit. Actually, let's say currents. Not a lot of people have that. Let's go back to the 80. So here's something I want to kind of show you. Even if I started a couple of years ago, I could probably get to about 85 years old. So that's not bad. Not a lot of people are making it past 85. But just so you guys know, my grandparents live down the street from me. They are still in their own home. They are still driving around. They are just doing their thing, plugging along, not really any health issues or anything. My grandfather's 96 and my grandmother's 95. So if you're looking at this chart, if I am trying to decide how much I want to retire with, I need to be nervous if I'm going to make it to be as old as they are. I'm not going to have a lot to live on. So this is something that you can just fully play with. These give you kind of totals on the bottom. You can take these calculators and really make them work for you and get a taste of what you are in for and what you are living. I'm going to ask Carin real quick. Carin, do we have any questions? Does anybody have any questions at this point?
I don't see any questions now, but I mean, if you want to open it up to any questions right now, we have about 9 minutes left. So if there's anything that you guys would like Shelby to show you, maybe it's a certain topic that we didn't go over, or a certain calculator you'd like to see, or just a question about savings in general that we didn't touch on that, you know, is unrelated to the virtual class, the calculators and coaches, please feel free to type it on the side, and we'd be happy to discuss it as a group. So we'll just wait.
Okay, I do have one more section to go over. So while we wait for a question or two to come in, I'll go ahead and go over this one last section up here under Explore, coaches. And I showed you guys the coach earlier, but I'm going to show you the most popular coach. We have had hundreds of members use this coach and have really liked it, and it's the Get Out of Debt coach. And so this is just kind of another easy peasy way to kind of take a look at what you have. Oh, somebody has a question. When you say coaches, does that mean you have financial counselors available to assist members? This coach I'm talking about right now is actually, it's like a, what do they call those? It's like an app where it's a computer talking back to you and giving you recommendations.
Artificial intelligence?
AI. Thank you. Intelligence. We do, though, our employees are always happy to talk to people about financial assistance. And also this Bonsai program, if you're a member of the credit union, also offers opportunities to speak to financial counselors. There's something in here called Bonsai, or not Bonsai, sorry, this is Bonsai, Green Path. And Green Path is specifically for financial counseling, and it's free financial counseling. And there's, when you go into it, there's a phone number, and you call that 1-800 number, and you would speak to a financial counselor, and they'll talk to you, you know, for like an hour and go over whatever you want to discuss with them. So we do have that. Okay, so in this particular coach here, you want to live debt free. This session will give you guidance. I'm ready. Let's go. Do you have personal debt? Heck yes. Or yes, and I'm feeling overwhelmed, which is most of us. And nope, none, which I would say lies, but whatever. Yes, you're not alone. Everybody has debt. I mean, let's be honest. We all do. So we're going to go through your debts one by one and enter them. We need balance interest rates. So it's telling you, hey, do you have this available to be able to do this right now? We're going to pretend I have this. Now, actually, I'm going to go back. I'm going to undo that one because I thought this was interesting. If you don't know where to find that information, this helps you. Not a problem. Is one of your debts a credit card? Yes, probably multiple. The easiest way to get your credit card information is from your statement. The bank issues you a statement. Take a moment and go get it. And then Bonsai gives you a moment to get it. If you don't have statements, that'll take you on another path. We're going to pretend I found mine. It's showing you where to find the information on your statement. And then you say, okay, I'm ready to go. So let's do it. What type of debt is it? So credit card. How much do I owe on this credit card? $4,000. What is the interest rate on this credit card? Let's see. I have a Noble card, so it's 9.9. What is my current minimum payment? It's $27. I have loaded that debt. Try adjusting them a bit. Actually, let's try $40. There we go. I got shamed by Bonsai. It's terrible. Look out. I have to add another debt. Let's say I have an auto loan. How much do I owe on my auto loan? $7,000.
Oh, come on, Shelby.
I actually
Cars are so expensive.
Cars are. Oh, okay. Let's do a real one. Okay, mine's kind of paid down, so let's do like a 22,000. How's that?
That's still cheap, but yes, okay.
My car. What's the interest rate on your car? They're pretty low right now, but let's say it's like 4.2%. What's your monthly payment? So at that amount, or let's see, this is asking how much you owe on this auto loan, not how much you took the loan out for, by the way. Let's say that your payment is not $4,500, $450 a month. Great work. Here's what you have. So this is how the coach works. And I'm not going to go through every single step of the way. But you can add another debt. And so let's look at some of the other debts you can add. Student debt, personal loans. Like we have a car that we got from a family member and we are paying that person directly. So that's a debt for us, even though it's kind of personal. Medical bills. A lot of people have medical bills, mortgage and other. And so we can add all of these in there, and it's going to talk you through then how to pay off these debts. And actually, here, let me add just this one more. How much do you want this card? Let's say it's $12,000. Your rate 15.9, because maybe it's like a Macy's card or something, and your minimum payment is $100. So we're going to add this one real quick. Okay, 150. Let's try that. Impossible to pay this debt off. Well, this is telling you need to really be paying more on your debts. Okay. I want to show you the next step on this once you've entered all of your debts. So I'm done. Let's move on. It then asks you about your income. After taxes, how much money do you make each month? And I 2,300. I don't know. I'm guesstimating stuff in here. So with your debt totaling this amount and an income of this amount, here's how much you have to live off of the rest of the month. So this then, what I wanted to show you is this is going to start talking about different debt repayment plans. So you're actually going to give different opportunities to pay this off and to see how they work. So right now it's saying paying the minimum on these debts is tricky because yes, it's all you can afford, but sometimes it's a trap, and explains to you why that information is that way. Anyways, I wanted you guys to get kind of a taste of how this can work for you and the type of information it gives you, and that it's really engaging. Look at this. It's giving me a chart of my debt. It says if I make all of my minimum payments, those debts I entered will be paid in 61 years. Guys, I'm going to be dead by then. Just saying.
You said you were going to off yourself at what?
Yeah.
5 or something.
I think yikes, that's a long time is a slight understatement.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, I'm leaving it I'm going to leave this kind of at that. So, and I'm going to take you right back to the homepage and just let you know that all of these are available to you. You are welcome to check out. You can go by topic if you need tax information, housing information, borrowing and credit. You can search directly for a topic. There's a search bar. There's a lot of great information here. So one last thing I want to tell you about is under Explore, there's courses. If you have kids in your home, teenagers, and even younger, these are choose your adventure event or activities. So like this one says, for junior, they want them to operate a successful lemonade stand and earn extra money for a big purchase. I think it's a bicycle or something. But then there's IOUs. So things happen during these activities that the kids have to work through. And you can totally fail at these activities and, I don't know, go into debt. I don't think you can be arrested or something, but you can go into debt. I had my daughter go through the teen one. Bonsai Plus is more for adults. This one helps you work through managing a budget, affording your first home, and other issues. So these are fun to do as well. If I would say, if you're looking for something for your kids or youth in your house to do, by all means, go to courses, which is also the first tab here, and have them do that. Okay.
Looks like we are at 11:15, Shelby.
I'm done.
Yes, you're done. Thank you so much, Shelby, for showing us Bonsai. It's such a great resource that a lot of our members really like. And again, this is available to the entire community for free. But just know, Bonsai, it doesn't stop there. Shelby and I are here to help you. Shelby has our contact information. She can pop up on the screen with our email address. So please feel free to reach out to us directly. And if Shelby and I, we're in marketing, We don't have all the answers, but if we can't help you, we will connect you with somebody that can at the credit union. And even if it doesn't have to be a product or service that we can tell you about, maybe you just want help in establishing a savings account and how to set up a budget. So whatever it may be, please feel free to contact us. We'd be happy to help you. Thank you so much for your time on a Saturday morning to talk about savings. And thank you to Bitwise for the opportunity to share this information. So everybody have a great Memorial Day weekend, and hopefully we'll hear from you later. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Shelby.
Yeah, thank you. It was good to have everybody here. Thanks for putting up with us.
All right, thank you, everybody. Oh, somebody said excited to apply some tips to my wedding budget.
Ooh.
Oh, awesome. That's great. We'd love to hear that. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for hanging out.